Alright, hello again everybody, we are back. It's your friend Will. This is the Memory Lapse, and we're trying to squeeze one more in here, since we got both those videos done in about 20 minutes. And we still have a little bit of time before we have to depart for the day. Try to get that third video up. Keep the content train rolling, as they say. Plus it gives me another opportunity to remind everybody that if you're interested and if you're so inclined, we'll be streaming on Thursday, most likely starting at 10 or 10:30 in the morning, pending when the house is, reasonably vacated and I'm done with my morning stuff. Alright, here we go. We're 1-0. We beat up another blue-red deck, though they were playing a Arclight build with Goblin Electromancers. And we are electing to play no Goblins and no Arclights. Alright, this looks like something that we can keep. It's a little light on blue mana. But hopefully between Discovery and Chart, we'll figure it out. Ooh. So this looks like it could be the Mono Black Lantern deck. If I had to guess, based on their opening, I would say this is the Mono Black Lantern deck. I think we're actually just going to graveyard both of these. Yeah, this is looking like Mono Black Lantern. Oh no, it's not. It's just Mono Black Control. That's a little scary. This thing is a little scary. A little hard to interact with, maybe. Because this Beacon Bolt's not big enough to answer it yet. Although, no. Chart's not going to help because we're a mana short. I guess we Crackling Drake this turn, draw. Shock is helpful. So if they tap out, we can Shock and Beacon Bolt to clear their board. But they have to tap out. And perhaps they'll tap out to do damage with the Shade, though I think not. I think that's unlikely. Oh, there is a difference between doing 5 and 6 there. So now Beacon Bolt's at 4. We can chart again. Get it up to 6. Seven. So now we're in the range of being able to kill their Dread Shade. And we drew a lot of cards that turn. Or we saw a lot of cards. Looks like they're digging for a land drop, but in the process of doing that, the Beacon Bolt's going to be big enough. So they can still only pump it to 7. Alright, Karn's a nice backup for them. I mean, both of these suck for us, and they're gonna get both of them eventually. The upshot is, we've kind of stopped them from, we've stopped their clock. Yeah, so I expect they go get Plaguecrafter here. Play it, force us to sack our Drake, it's okay. Spell Pierce may not be good in this matchup. I don't know. Looks like they probably have like Vraska's Contempts though and stuff, so maybe it's good. I guess Spell Pierce is not good anymore. But I'm going to Drake. We draw immediately. We do kind of have the Spell Pierce to protect it. Alright, dive down. So dive down means that we can play Niv-Mizzet next turn, hopefully safely. And they can direct their removal to the Drake this turn. Though we do need to draw another blue source, which is the other reason we led with Drake. Well, let's Spell Pierce this, make them burn some treasures. Two less cards they get to draw. Yeah, we are definitely just banking on blue source, Niv-Mizzet to put this game away here to help us beat this Karn. Dreadshade was a nice start by them. It's really good against the way our removal works. Kind of surprising. Alright, so they are getting rid of those. I mean, there's a chance they just do something absurd with Cabal Stronghold here. Well, Cast Down doesn't target Niv-Mizzet. Niv-Mizzet's got legendary status. They could just draw a card here. Yep. Wouldn't be too surprising just to see them pass. Alright, well, I think we have to run it out. We don't have our blue source, but if we somehow get to untap with this, we can protect it for days. We know that this doesn't handle it, so they have to have Vraska's Contempt, or they have to have another Plaguecrafter. Plaguecrafter is a nightmare. If they have that, I think we probably just scoop at this point. Dive Down does not protect against Plaguecrafter. They can have the Poisoner. And then we have Dive Down to protect against that Contempt if they go get it next turn. Assuming it lives, which is a big assumption considering they're floating 6. Yeah, it's not going to live. We need to draw that blue source. That's too bad. I think we could have won if we had, yeah, one less mountain. Because now imagine here we dive down in response to that, we draw, untap Beacon Bolt. Yeah, okay, that's a blank. They get to flash that in at the end of turn and kill us. I mean, we could have Beacon Bolt the 6/6, but alright. Spell Pierce might not be good, considering the amount of Shock is definitely not good. So we definitely want Rao, Niv-Mizzet. This is a treasure map matchup. Disdainful Stroke seems like it'll be good. I kind of want to leave in the Beacon Bolt because they're going to have. I actually kind of want to bring in a second one since we've seen some 6/6s from them. I can see these Lava Coils though helping us. We'll play it like this. Try to overload them a little bit more. Yeah, that game one. That was tough. Played Crafters and it's very, very good against our type of deck. Yeah, I guess we're going to keep this and assume that we're going to chart into some more land. Does it lead off a turn on duress? Yeah. It's the classic. If they take this Charter Course, that's pretty bad for us, but depending on their hand, they may take the stroke. Alright, we got off lucky. Discarding Beacon Bolt because we want this dive down. And I think most likely we're just going to Dragonskull Summit and chart next turn. No, we'll just play this tapped and chart. This is kind of tough. I think we discard Niv-Mizzet. Yeah. I think if we discard Niv-Mizzet here. Next turn we have Drake and dive down. And then we have Rao. Then we can just kind of try to ride this Drake. With double dive down. Give them the second Karn. There's a chance that they're digging for land. I'm not too worried about lava coiling this to grow because I think we're going to find opportunities to grow it with dive down here. I'll give them the one that doesn't add to their clock. That would be a weird way for the auto tapper to do it, but you know. So they're probably going to go Eot, Contempt here. We'll dive down, untap. They minus Karn for Chupacabra. We dive down again, and then we win. We're gonna see. I mean, if they minus for Chupacabra, we win on the spot. They have a Chupacabra here. So they need to have this and cast down. So they have to have cast down for this Drake. They don't have it. Alright. Well, yeah, we called it. We're just going to ride the Drake with the dive downs. All their removal costs 4 in that situation, so the dive down was insane. Don't think we want to change our list anyways here. We could almost see an argument for bringing in the Star to destroy their big land. And it answers Planeswalkers. But our creatures are generally big enough. Yeah, I think we're okay. Star, we don't want to just add a 7-drop to this deck. We're already kind of struggling to get to Niv-Mizzet. No, that was a tough choice, discarding the Niv-Mizzet there, but I think it ended up being correct. Now the alternative, I think, was to discard a land. And we could have discarded Ral. Or discarding a land. Maybe Ral was the right choice, but Ral just seemed like it could potentially do more for us. Oh. This we have to mulligan. This we keep. And I think we're keeping the Steam Vents with this hand. No turn 1 duress from them. Oh, freebooter. Yeah, they take the discovery. I think we will opt here. Just trying to opt into a land so they get nothing here. Yep. Nice. Oh, and we get rewarded with our draw step too. Opt and dive down, both good. Looks like they probably took out the shades. I'm trying to figure out what they might have subboarded out. Turn 4 Karn again, though. They've had this every game. It's really big. Like, just to keep their cards flowing. I would definitely be running 4 Karns in this deck, though. Alright, we give them the swamp here. Oh, shoot, I meant to opt there. And now we're kind of priced into dive down to protect the Drake. I guess we see that they have a second one here. Okay. to pop us for 2. Put another Drake out there. This time we can... I guess we'll opt now for our land drop. Because we want to get to Niv-Mizzet. Okay, nope. Obviously now they know that there's no dive down. Don't want to give them treasure map. Alright, get a creature on the board and hopefully find a land. Nope, dive down's okay if it lives. Though based on the way this game has been going, it seems unlikely. They can have Jessup Drakes. We just want this Crackling Drake to survive 1 turn. Ugh. Yeah. Missing that opt that 1 turn hurt us a little bit. Obviously, given the string of cards we've seen, wouldn't have made a big difference, but if we had been able to opt 3 turns ago, if we hadn't just clicked through the end phase, we potentially would not be... The reason to do it is to not just avoid situations like this where we're missing land drops. And then we put ourselves in a situation where we got backwards on it, had to play the Drake, use the dive down. So more or less everything that could go wrong did go wrong, all because of that opt. 1, 2, 3, 4. So Ral doesn't do very much here. Yeah, I think we threw the game away, to be honest. Not opting there. It got our mana usage really fucked up. And we would have had like a second dive down. Like Ral killing Plague Crafter doesn't do very much. Discovery can't really find much for us. But it does free up some more mana. Discovery into opt. Oh, we already played our land that turn. Okay, never mind. I was thinking, okay, if we could try to string into a 7th land for next turn, but... Yeah, I'm disappointed that we messed that turn up. I always hover my mouse on the button. I get overzealous clicking it because it kind of stutters between phases, and sometimes the button changes before the phase changes. Just skip through my ability to opt there. I do it a lot. It's an operations thing. And in this instance, it actually mattered. Maybe we are meant to keep shocks in. Because imagine if we had shocks instead of these Rals, we could be keeping ourselves alive. Yeah, scoop. It messed up. Messed up big time. Alright, sorry everybody. That was on me. Big punt. This is, honestly though, does not feel like a very good matchup between all the removal that they have. Like the cast downs, the Vrasis Contempts, the Plague Crafters, the Chupacabras. And then the hand disruption. It almost feels like that deck is a little bit built to handle these Drake decks. Or decks that are trying to run with creatures in general. And we just stumbled there, missed land, and we couldn't take advantage of the dive down. But we saw in game 2 that you can, on the play, put them in situations where their removal is a little too expensive. But game 3, we were on the back foot, missing land drops, and yeah, they just had turn 4 Karn again, like every game too. So they were just drawing 2 cards turn to R1. We couldn't keep up with it. But yeah, that's how it's going to go sometimes. And I'm not going to sweat that matchup because I don't expect we're going to see it too often. But maybe it is one where if you played it a lot, you'd get better at which hands to keep and how to sideboard. But yeah, it does not feel amazing. All right, well that's it for this one. Glad we got a 3rd video up today. Please remember, streams on Thursday. Hopefully you can join. Like, subscribe, and comment if you're enjoying the content. And we'll be back again tomorrow with the next round.